Very good evening. This newsy Thursday evening on this burning question edition with me, Abhishek Kapoor, and let's begin with the headlines. Imran Khan injured after an assassination bid during his protest march in Wazirabad. Pakistan spirals into chaos as protests break out post-attack on ex-Prime Minister. Wire ex-employee Devesh interrogated by Delhi police over fake news reports. National Union of Journalists questions certain guilds for their partisan stand on the Wire investigation. NIA investigate jihadi notes found at Coimbatore accused Mobin's residence that reveal the extent of radicalization.
हमने इसको गंभीरता से विचार किया है और हम उस दिशा में आगे बढ़ रहे हैं। हमने इसका ड्राफ्ट बनाने के लिए भी बोल दिया है और हिमाचल के संदर्भ में क्या-क्या चीजें उसमें की जा सकती है।
Himachal Chief Minister confirms Uniform Civil Code draft in the works. The UCC becomes the biggest talking point this election season. All right, let's begin with breaking news development coming in from Kashmir. Terrorists have fired upon two outside laborers, one from Bihar and second from Nepal, who were working at a private school at Bondia Gam in Anantnag district. Both of them are being shifted to a hospital. Further details shall follow. But then let's go to Zeenat Zishan Fazil, our Srinagar bureau chief, and she will have more details. Zeenat, over to you. Another attack on outsiders. On migrant laborers. What are these terrorists up to?
See, this is a trend that is giving more coverage to the terror groups to be more in the news. Otherwise, we talk about the anti-terror operations where we are seeing the blow to the terrorism. This time, the incident has taken place in Anantnag of South Kashmir, where the Nepali and the Bihari laborer, the non-locals, have been targeted. They've been working in one of the private schools. They were in the compound at the school, the visuals of which we are beaming, and they were targeted by the terror group in this very compound where they have been working. They have got some accommodation in the nearby vicinity, and in the school compound they were targeted, and they received, one of them has received the head injury, another leg and the abdomen. The one who has received the leg and abdomen injury, both of them, although have been being treated at the Anantnag district hospital, they are being treated, and the operation is still going on. But as far as the another Nepali, the Chowkidar Nepali, his condition is stated to be critical. Although the police is investigating all the angles, we are picking from the sources that it is the Lashkar-e-Toiba terrorists who have been behind this kind of attack. Police and the CRPF and the army has launched cordon and search operations in Anantnag and also in another districts of the South Kashmir. We have been seeing the blow to the terror groups, because yesterday only the 4 terrorists were neutralized by J&K police along with Indian army in Awantipora as well as in Anantnag, because the 3 terrorists in Awantipora and 1 in Anantnag were neutralized. So that was a blow to the Lashkar terror groups, and now we are picking that Lashkar terrorists behind the attack, where the 2 non-local laborers were targeted by the terror group.
All right, Lashkar behind the terror attacks. Of course, the security forces would go after them. Thank you, Zeenat, for joining us there. And moving on to our debate, which is trending across the country, though, of course, the event is in Pakistan. Former Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan has survived an assassination attempt in Wazirabad during his long march. The man who attacked Imran Khan during the Hakiki march in Punjab province said he tried to assassinate the former Pakistan PM because he was misleading the nation and could not tolerate it. This attack has revealed the state of affairs in Pakistan, a state of complete chaos and anarchy. Here's what happened, and then we come back to debate.
As Imran Khan's Freedom March was passing Allawala Chowk of Wazirabad town in Pakistan's Punjab, gunshots were fired at his container. Imran Khan suffered gunshot wounds on his leg and was soon shifted from the container and headed to Lahore. The accused, who was caught by PTI supporters, has confessed to the crime.
ये सर मैंने इसलिए किया है कि ये लोगों को गुमराह कर रहा था इमरान खान और मुझसे ये चीज़ देखी नहीं गई और मैंने इसको मार दिया। मारने की कोशिश की, पूरी मारने की कोशिश की कि मैं इसको मारूं, सिर्फ और सिर्फ इमरान खान को और किसी को नहीं।
ये तुमने क्यों ये सोचा? ये
मैंने सोचा उधर अजान हो रही है, उधर डेक लगा के शोर कर
नहीं, ये तुमने अचानक
को सोच के मेरे जमीर में ये चीज़ अच्छा नहीं माना।
अचानक फैसले किए या पहले?
अचानक फैसला किया, दिन से, सुबह से, जिस दिन का ये लाहौर से चला है उस दिन से मैंने ये साजिश ये सोची।
Several PTI leaders have been injured in the deadly attack and one person has died. And Imran's party has called for revenge.
और इसका बदला लिया जाएगा। ऐसे नहीं चलेगा। हमारे इस बच्चों का खून यहाँ पर है, हमारे लीडर का खून यहाँ पर है। ये बदला लोगे। पाकिस्तान के तरीके इंसाफ के लोगों को मैं कहता हूँ, वादा करो, बदला लो।
The assassination attempt on former Pakistan Prime Minister is a grim reminder of Benazir Bhutto killing and has exposed the chaos in the terror state. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
All right, was that a real assassination bid on Imran Khan? And if yes, who was really backing it? Let's try to understand. Joining me, Major General Rajan Kochar, defense expert live from Delhi, Group Captain Augustine Vinod, defense analyst live from Kolkata, and my Pakistani guest Faraz Saeed, political analyst live from Lahore, and Omar Altaf, journalist live from Islamabad. Let me begin with Omar. Omar, was this a serious assassination attempt on Imran Khan? I mean, PTI is saying obviously that their leader was the target, but if you look at the confession, if you listen to the man, it seems that he's on his own. You can't really blame the deep state, Pakistani deep state, ISI for that.
I think I've heard the confessional statement, but it seems there's more than what meets the eye so far. The police, I think, rushed the confessional statement. It should only have been released a few hours after they have carried out a thorough debriefing of the suspect. But obviously Imran Khan has been he has talked that he's been receiving death threats from the different quarters, and he's also recorded a video which he said would be revealed if he gets assassinated. Mercifully, he didn't got assassinated and escaped that fate, thankfully. But the political temperatures have risen in Pakistan. His supporters are out on streets. So far, they have remained calm, but
no, that's not
Imran
news,
Khan
Omar. My purpose of asking this question was. I mean, what kind of security is in place in Pakistan? You are yourself saying that the political temperatures are running high. You are yourself saying there is a situation of tension, there is chaos. And then when you look at these pictures, there is barest minimum presence of security forces. If you look at the pictures coming from the top of the bus in which Imran Khan was traveling, in an open air bus and or lorry as you call it, and it's clear that there is minimalist security presence. It takes a while for the people to understand what has happened. Look at these pictures. It takes a while for the people to understand what is happening, except for Fawad Chaudhry, perhaps because he just scoots and does not care, you know, where his leader is. He's just rushing down the bus. But then, you know, there is something amiss about the security. Let me go to General Kochar on that note. General Kochar, this is a worrisome situation as Pakistan's neighbor for us. Would you agree? The kind of security mess that Pakistan is in, that their former Prime Minister can be attacked like that.
Province, which is ruled by Pakistan.
You are absolutely.
This attack happened in Punjab.
May I request you to allow me to speak on my views on this incident?
General Kochar, go ahead. General Kochar, go ahead.
It is very apparent here. It is. Okay,
No,
please,
General Kochar, sorry, I am interrupting you, sorry, but this is a very interesting bit Omar Altaf is giving. Omar is saying, or suggesting rather, that in Punjab province is the PTI government that's in power, so perhaps it was a stage managed. Is this what you are suggesting, Omar Altaf, that this attack could have been stage managed?
No, I'm not suggesting that. I'm saying the jurisdiction. Imran, you were pointing out to the security lapse. So I mentioned that the province in which Imran Khan was campaigning or his rally was passing through, in the Gujranwala city of the Punjab province, it's ruled by the PTI government. And let me point you out, Imran Khan was conducting this rally for the past week or so. He was headed towards Islamabad. So this attack took place in a very public rally. So I think, and you also would be aware that South Asia and particularly Pakistan and India are no alien to political assassinations. They have happened in your country and they have happened in ours as well. And
no, don't compare apples and oranges. Don't compare apples and oranges, Omar Altaf. You made your point. Let me go to your question on that. Sorry, sir, I interrupted you, but I'm back to you.
What I can gather.
Sir, my question remains same. My question remains same. Omar Altaf, hold on. My question to General Kocher remains same. Irrespective of whether this was stage managed or not, or whether security was compromised or not, pictures suggest that security was not foolproof, and in that sense, General Kocher, it's a matter of worry for India as well, given the fact that Pakistan is our neighbor, and if this is the level of security they can provide to their VIPs, I worry and wonder and fear what happens to the apparatus which takes care of nuclear stockpile, for example.
You are absolutely right. If in a state which is governed by the PTI, which is the party to which Imran Khan belongs to, and from the visuals what I can see is there is no ring of security around him, and considering this importance of this rally and the dangers involved in moving to Islamabad, I think he should have taken his precautions. And the second aspect, what we are trying to debate here is that is it an orchestrated attack by the ruling party or by the deep state? According to me, it does not seem so, because the person who has shot him does not seem to be a professional guy. Because if it was a professional job, I'm sure he wouldn't have missed his target and wouldn't have actually fired on his legs. It is a clear indicator when a fire takes place on the legs or otherwise, it leads to a doubt in the minds of everybody, including the public, that what was the intention of carrying out this attack. If it was an assassination attempt, I'm sure it would have been done in a more professional manner. A second aspect is here is that the advantages which will accrue out of the attack now would be more towards Imran Khan than the ruling party as such. Because in any case, Imran Khan would have been allowed to reach Islamabad, so it would become a very good reason for him to incite passions now. And what I can read in Pakistan and see the actual visuals, yes. The passions have been ignited in Pakistan, and Pakistan, I'm sure, is going in a self-destruct mode right now. It is not good for the country where the economy is already reeling. It has gone into a self-destruct mode, and responsible leaders like Imran Khan should understand that this is not the right time to take out this kind of a rally, especially when the Pakistani government is doing its bit to resurrect the economy of Pakistan.
Right, sir. Right, sir. Faraz Saeed has joined us back. There was some audio issue earlier. Faraz, if I could come to you. Omar Altaf, in fact, very obliquely, he's not owning it up, but suggested that if at all, in Punjab, it's PTI government, so they should have taken care of security. But, for example, in our country, Faraz, a former Prime Minister gets full SPG cover, the Special Protection Group cover, for 1 year after demitting office. A former Prime Minister gets security cover at par with the new Prime Minister for at least 1 year after demitting office. In the backdrop of that, you see the kind of lax security that is there around Imran Khan. It's almost, even if it's somebody who's not a trained professional who took an aim at Imran Khan, it's inviting trouble, the kind of security that has been provided to Imran Khan. And in that sense, perhaps there is an element of involvement of deep state for us.
Absolutely. The first analysis or the knee-jerk reaction to what happened today is that there is a security lapse. But when you are in the middle of a long, a freedom march where thousands of people are around you, it's very difficult to handle security, even if it's highly beefed up. That's a problem. And, the subcontinent, and not just a continent, across the world, leaders have been killed. Indira Gandhi was killed, Rajiv Gandhi was killed, Benazir Bhutto was assassinated, Kennedy was killed. So, these kind of incidents do happen in public places, and there are security lapses that do happen, more or less. But, I would want to come to one major issue that a lot of people are, misleading, is that the confession video that has been out there, where the attacker is saying that, because he wanted to kill Imran Khan alone, is because he was misleading the entire nation, and then he's also giving this religious card to his attempt. Now, I personally feel, as a political analyst, observing the situation, this cannot be the work of the deep state, which Imran Khan was calling out, because again, deep states do not act like this. However, this could be a black swan event, or could have become a black swan event. And yes, security agencies and the state must come to reckon how grave the scenario is, where a popular leader who is out there on the roads claiming to overthrow the government is attacked, and the security, the kind of security lapses,
short of high-sounding words, it still remains a worrisome situation. And please do not generalize, like in the case of Omar, so in the case of Faraz, we are seeing generalizations coming in that, oh, this is a South Asia situation, this is a subcontinent situation. Group captain, if I could come to you, this kind of generalization that I'm seeing from the Pakistani guests earlier in the Hindi debate and now on our show as well, of, oh, this is a subcontinent problem, this is a South Asia problem, this is a world problem, giving examples as, disparate, as varied as Indira Gandhi on one side and John F. Kennedy on the other. You think this really cuts ice with the world community? The problem is that Pakistan is the sick man of South Asia, and that is the area of concern we should be discussing, and not what happened in 1984 and 1962.
It's laughable, to say the least. But let me break down the entire situation a little more logically. Let's look at it from the logic point of view. There is a famous cliche that we use in the financial world called "follow the money." Now, from this entire situation, the obvious benefit comes to Imran Khan, and someone brought it out very clearly. And he also said, just because he got shot in the leg, it's not a professional act. So it could be stage managed by Imran Khan because it happened in Gujranwala. So you and I tend to, or most of the world tends to fall for this particular narrative that after this, shot in the leg, Imran Khan will garner more support. And as it is, he's garnering a hell of a lot of support. And I've been following Pakistani channels for the past couple of days. But let us look at the second layer. The second layer, and mark my words and mark it well, this is what is going to happen. And I'm, foreseeing what is going to happen. The second layer is, just because Imran Khan got shot, now he will be curtailed in the name of security from doing any roadshow. He will sort of be house arrested in the name of security, and mark my words. So who is finally benefiting is very evident from the speed at which the guy who shot came out with confession. So, I have no doubt in my mind that it is, if Imran Khan gets killed, then it's a different issue, because the PTI completely sweeps, anarchy falls in, probably Pakistan will break up into smaller pieces. That the current government does not want. The current government wants to curtail Imran Khan on the name of security. So what happens is they will show as if they are saving his life, but they will not allow him to come out in the open. Mark my words. What will happen is over a period of time, this movement will die down. Over to you.
Okay,
yes.
Faraz wants to say something. Faraz, come in. You want to make a point?
Yeah, I mean, the person, Indian panelist would have a justified response. But, when it comes to breaking down of the country, I'm also a political science student. That's not how countries are broken down. With regards to the political situation in Pakistan, back in 1971, the situation was completely different. There was a larger party in the East Pakistan and a minority party in West Pakistan, which was deprived of its rights. But in the current situation, Imran Khan is leading the Punjabis, as so-called the opposition is also from Punjab. So there is no major rift between the provinces. Therefore, breaking down of the country is nothing more than a dream
that's not what I said.
of an Indian sick man. That would be the only thing that I can come
No,
up.
Faraz, you are getting it wrong. Group Captain Augustine Vinod, let me just help Faraz. And I'll also involve Omar. I'm in fact, even as we speak, Faraz, hold on. Even as we speak, we are getting pictures, and I'll get them on air just in a bit. We're getting pictures of PTI supporters, PTI cadres attacking the residence of Peshawar Corps Commander. Now, that's really serious. That's something which worries General Kochar, that in Pakistan, the DGISI, at one time perhaps, DGISI would be typically more powerful than even the Chief of Army Staff, given the kind of apparatus he would have in his command and control. DGISI has to come out and address a press conference for 1.5 hours to defend himself and his institution. We have the Corps Commander's residence in Peshawar getting attacked. This is an extreme level of chaos we are seeing, and with the kind of nuclear material, everything that Pakistan has, this is an absolutely disastrous situation we are looking at in the region. General Kochar.
You're absolutely right. There is a wide rift between the Pakistan Army and Imran Khan, and it was quite evident when the press conference was jointly addressed by the DGISPR and the ISI chief. And it is especially clear after journalist Shabazz, Ashraf Sharif, was assassinated in Kenya. And a finger waving pointed at the Pakistan army. And that was one of the reasons these joint press conference was actually convened. So it is absolutely clear there is a major divide between Imran Khan and the Indian army, Pakistan army, and it does not augur well for Pakistan's future. Let me tell you, no political power can take over Pakistan if it does not have the support of the Pakistan army. And given the circumstances in Pakistan today, because of this widening rift between Imran Khan and the Pakistan army, and especially General Bajwa, Pakistan is in for troubled times. And even if this long march, there is a history of long marches in Pakistan, starting from 1968 onwards, when Ayub Khan, against Ayub Khan, General Ayub Khan, this long march was organized. And then Benazir Bhutto also organized the long march, and ultimately she won. So it is a trend in Pakistan that if you go on a long march, you are likely to win the elections or the forthcoming elections. So Imran Khan is taking his claim of that.
Sir, you can go on long marches, and typically as it happened in the case of Benazir Bhutto, so in the case of Imran Khan, you can be targeted as well. Let me give my last word to Omar Altaf. Omar, how safe are we in the neighborhood given the chaos and absolute disastrous situation in Pakistan? Omar Altaf.
I think no, India doesn't need to worry. But things would be managed in Pakistan. There is no chaos on the streets right now. Thankfully, Imran Khan escaped the assassination attempt, and obviously, there is going to be his supporters would be very enraged currently. But I think tempers would calm down as soon as there is news that Imran Khan has fully recovered and his operation, which is still underway, is successful. And I think Imran Khan is also going to appeal to his supporters to remain calm. And he is a believer in democracy, and he would like to achieve his political goals through ballot, and wouldn't want to create anarchy on the streets because I think national interest should reign supreme. That is how Imran
fingers
Khan
crossed.
would deal with the situation.
All right. All right, fingers crossed. We hope what Omar Altaf says about Pakistan being in control is true, but then pictures are grim. We are seeing pictures coming in, and we'll get them on air in a bit, of Peshawar Corps commanders' residence having been targeted by PTI supporters and cadres of Imran Khan's party. It is clear that the situation is volatile in Pakistan, and earlier it is brought under control with a lot of transparency. Remember, in the investigation, in the firing episode on the former Prime Minister of Pakistan. On that note, I hand it over to Shawan with a breaking news development first on the wire story. Shawan, is the investigation or the questioning of Devesh Kumar over, and do we have some information on that?
Well, in fact, that's the latest breaking news coming in on the criminal investigation against the wire. Devesh Kumar, the scapegoat in this entire matter, was questioned by the Delhi Police Crime Branch. In fact, we're getting at the latest visuals. Let's put that out. After being questioned for several hours put together at in the national capital, Devesh Kumar was finally let off. We're getting at details with regards to what has really transpired over the last few hours. We give it to understand, one, he was essentially questioned whether at all the information that he got from his primary source was vetted by the editorial team. That was one aspect. Second was, who exactly is the source who had provided him with the post-incident report and the internal communications of Meta. Details about that was also taken by the Delhi Police Crime Branch. Let's just play out the visuals of Devesh Kumar, who left from the crime branch a short while ago. In fact, Republic TV has been tracking him. We'll also go across to our reporters, Piyush and Harsha, who've been tracking it very closely. But important developments now taking place in the criminal investigation that's taken place, with multiple aspects being covered by the Delhi Police Crime Branch, starting with the primary source of this entire investigation. Secondly, the fact that whether at all the top editorial team of the Wire were in the loop while vetting this entire matter. In fact, Devesh Kumar was questioned for almost 8 hours. He's left the crime branch a short while back. Now, what has really occurred in the last few days is that an attempt that has been made by the Wire to put the entire blame on Devesh Kumar. Wire essentially says that it is Devesh Kumar who had misled them as far as getting the post-incident report is concerned, or for that matter, even the internal Meta communication, the alleged internal Meta communication. Let's take a look at the report that our colleagues have been filing. That's the latest image of Devesh Kumar leaving the crime branch.
Devesh, the Wire has accused that there was a malintent. Devesh, the Wire has accused that there is a malintent towards from your side. How do you respond to that?
Devesh, क्या आपको Wire scapegoat बना रहा है?
Devesh, कई चीजें आप बारे में कही जा रही हैं. Devesh, you want to speak anything? The Wire has also accused that the work has been done on the behest of someone else. How do you see that? How were you working on someone else's behest? Devesh, want to say anything, Devesh? The Wire is accused that there is a malintent involved in the case. How do you respond to that, Devesh? Devesh, want to say anything? Devesh, the Wire is accused that you are of unsound mind with Devesh. How do you respond to that? Devesh, how do you respond to that?
Devesh, क्या आपको scapegoat बनाया जा रहा है?
Devesh, the wire has accused that there was a malintent. Devesh, the wire has accused that there is a malintent towards from your side. How do you respond to that?
देवेश क्या आपको वायर स्केपबोर्ड बना रहा है?
देवेश,
कई चीजें आप बारे में कही जा रही हैं. देवेश,
you want to speak anything? The wire has also accused that the work has been done on the behest of someone else. How do you see that? How were you working on someone else's behest? Devesh, want to say anything? Devesh? The wire is accused that there is a malintent involved in the case. How do you respond to that, Devesh?
Devesh, want to say anything?
Devesh, the wire is accused that you are of unsound mind with Devesh. How do you respond to that? Devesh, how do you respond to that, Devesh?
Devesh, want to say anything? Devesh, you want to say anything? Devesh, you want to say anything?
How do you respond to that?
देवेश क्या
Well, in fact, this was just a short while back when he left from the crime branch. We are now going to play out another set of sequence of the questions that we have asked Devesh Kumar, who was questioned for almost 8 hours by the Delhi Police crime branch. We're just going to play that out in a short while from now. Multiple aspects essentially being looked at as the wire controversy snowballs massively. Republic has asked a set of questions to Devesh Kumar, who appears to have now been made a scapegoat in this entire case, with wire shifting the entire blame on Devesh Kumar. Can that really be possible, ladies and gentlemen? Because what's important to point out here is the fact that those reports that were published, they were published in the name of Janvi Sen, who happens to be the reporter. And let's not forget the founding editor of The Wire. The first report that was actually published, that was published in the name of Siddharth Vardarajan, the founding editor of Wire, and Janvi Sen. And in fact, at a later stage, if you take a look at the timeline, the Twitter timeline of Siddharth Vardarajan, he goes on to defend the story and also says that they have verified this story by meeting the sources physically. Now, this entire attempt that has now been made by The Wire to deflect has now completely snowballed. We're just trying to check if we have our feed ready. Republic Media Network, the only network to have confronted Devesh Kumar. That's the latest now coming in after he was questioned for almost 8 hours. We're going to play that out feed. What you're seeing right now is multiple reporters trying to confront Devesh Kumar, but a little later on, we did try to pursue and try and find out the truth, because at the end of the day, the reporter seems to have now been thrown under the bus by The Wire, not taking any responsibility for, especially for an organization which has been maintaining that they have followed the ethical journalism. Is that really ethical journalism? Listen in to what
सिद्धार्थ का और जानवी का इन्वॉल्वमेंट था। मेटा स्टोरी जो अप्रूव हुई उसमें उनको इन्वॉल्वमेंट था। सिद्धार्थ का और जानवी का किस तरह से सिद्धार्थ और जानवी का किस तरह से रूल होता था?
प्लीज ऐसा मत कीजिए।
नहीं मैडम, मैं सिर्फ कुछ पर्टिनेंट क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा हूं। आप ही बता दीजिए उन लोगों का किस तरह से इन्वॉल्वमेंट होता था स्टोरीज के अंदर।
जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन मुझसे पुलिस ने मांगा है मैंने वो दे दिया है। अब ये इन्वेस्टिगेशन का पार्ट है। अब जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन में निकलेगा वो।
लेकिन क्या आपको स्केपगोट बनाया जा रहा है देवेश?
आपका नाम एफआईआर के अंदर नहीं है। आपको लगता है कि आपको फंसाया जा रहा है? आप मानते हैं?
देवेश, आपका नाम अक्यूज के तौर पर
जो वायर ने कंप्लेंट दी है
किया है आप?
मैं नहीं करूंगा।
देवेश, जो वायर ने कंप्लेंट दी है उसमें कहा है कि आप मेंटली अनस्टेबल। देखिए मेरा काम है इसलिए मैं कर रहा हूँ। मेंटली अनस्टेबल है, ये कहा है। उसके बारे में आप क्या कहेंगे? Divesh, there are some certain questions which we are asking. That's why we are here.
आपको जवाब देना होगा क्योंकि सब लोग जानना चाहते हैं कि आखिरकार कंप्लेंट में आपका नाम था। क्या सिद्धार्थ also oversee कर रहे थे टेक्स फॉक की रिपोर्ट्स भी?
हाँ, टेक्स फॉक के बारे में अगर आप बताते हैं देवेश। What was the editorial direction you were getting?
देवेश, आप अवॉइड कर रहे हैं।
देवेश, what was the editorial direction you were getting?
जानना चाहते हैं, जो रिपब्लिक चाहते हैं कि आप जवाब दे सबको, क्योंकि आपका नाम सामने आया है। टेक्फोक की स्टोरीज,
टेक्फोक के बारे में बता दीजिए, सिद्धार्थ के बारे में बता दीजिए, जानवी सेन के बारे में बता दीजिए। उनका किस तरह से इन्फ्लुएंस था इस पूरी को लेकर?
की बाइलाइंस थी, फिर आपको क्यों अक्यूज ठहराया गया?
प्लीज।
अच्छा, ये जो मेंटली अनस्टेबल को
सुनिए, आप लोग भी जर्नलिस्ट हैं, मैं एक होटल में रुका हुआ हूँ, ठीक है। आप लोग जिस तरह से कर रहे हैं ये, एक तो रोड पे जो कर रहे हैं, उसके बाद जो है होटल में कीजिएगा। जो भी आप कर रहे हैं उससे मेरा रहना भी मुश्किल हो जाएगा रात में।
आप जवाब दीजिए ना इन प्रश्न के। मैं आपको हाउंड नहीं कर रहा हूँ, आपका नाम है वायर की
दिवेश, हम
कंप्लेंट।
चाहते हैं कि दिवेश आप एक्स कंसल्टेंट है वायर के, हम चाहते हैं कि जो सच्चाई है वो सामने आए।
अच्छा, सिद्धार्थ का नाम था, वो किस तरह से इन्फ्लुएंस करते थे, अगर आप ये बता दो। मेटा स्टोरी
एडिटोरियल लाइन क्या दी जाती थी देवेश?
हाँ, ये अगर आप बता दो किस तरह से उनका इन्वॉल्वमेंट होता था।
मैं कोई इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं दूँ।
नहीं, आपकी जो क्वेश्चनिंग हुई है, आज क्राइम ब्रांच ने आपको बुलाया है।
9 से 10 घंटे देवेश क्वेश्चनिंग हुई है। वो लाइन ऑफ क्वेश्चनिंग ये भी रही होंगी कि सिद्धार्थ किस तरह से अप्रूव करते थे आपकी मेटा स्टोरीज।
सिद्धार्थ का रोल क्या था?
सिद्धार्थ का रोल क्या था?
दिनेश, अगर आप 2-3 प्रश्न है आप।
नहीं, मैं नहीं जाऊँ, मैं नहीं जाऊँ।
Well, in fact, that was Devesh Kumar after he left from the Delhi Police crime branch, being questioned for almost 8 hours. What has essentially happened is that this gentleman has now been blamed completely by The Wire for what they say an attempt made by Devesh Kumar to mislead the organization. We'll try and play that out once again. Multiple attempts that have been made by Republic Media Network to get a word from Devesh. In fact, he says that he's given all the information to the police. Let's listen.
और जानवी का किस तरह से
अब आपको लगता है
सिद्धार्थ और जानवी का किस तरह से रोल होता था?
प्लीज ऐसा मत कीजिए।
नहीं, मैडम, मैं सिर्फ कुछ पर्टिनेंट क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा हूँ। उन लोगों का किस तरह से इन्वॉल्वमेंट होता था स्टोरीज के अंदर?
जानना चाह रहे हैं कि
जो भी
आपकी थी क्या सिद्धार्थ ने अप्रूव?
जो भी इंफॉर्मेशन मुझसे पुलिस ने मांगा है मैंने वो दे दिया है। अब ये इन्वेस्टिगेशन का पार्ट है। अब जो इन्वेस्टिगेशन में निकलेगा वो।
लेकिन क्या आपको स्केपगोट बनाया जा रहा है देवेश?
आपका नाम एफआईआर के अंदर नहीं है। आपको लगता है कि आपको फंसाया जा रहा है? आप मानते हैं?
देवेश, आपका नाम अक्यूज के तौर पर
जो वायर ने कंप्लेंट दी है,
किया है आप?
मैं नहीं करूँगा।
देवेश, जो वायर ने कंप्लेंट दी है उसमें कहा है कि आप मेंटली अनस्टेबल। देखिए, मेरा काम है इसलिए मैं कर रहा हूँ। मेंटली अनस्टेबल है, ये कहा है। उसके बारे में आप क्या कहेंगे? दिनेश, there are some certain questions which we are asking. That's why we are here.
आपको जवाब देना होगा क्योंकि सब लोग जानना चाहते हैं कि आखिरकार कंप्लेंट में आपका नाम था क्या? आप क्या सिद्धार्थ ऑल्सो ओवरसी कर रहे थे टेक्स फॉक की रिपोर्ट्स भी?
हाँ, टेक्स फॉक के बारे में अगर आप बताते हैं देवेश। What was the editorial direction you were getting?
दिवेश, आप अवॉइड कर रहे हैं।
दिवेश, what was the editorial direction you were getting?
जानना चाहते हैं, जो रिपब्लिक चाहते हैं कि आप जवाब दे सबको, क्योंकि आपका नाम सामने आया है।
मुझे नहीं
टेक्फोक की स्टोरीज,
टेक्फोक के बारे में बता दीजिए, सिद्धार्थ के बारे में बता दीजिए, जानवी सेन के बारे में बता दीजिए। उनका किस तरह से इन्फ्लुएंस था इस पूरी को लेकर?
की बायलाइंस थी, फिर आपको क्यों अक्यूज ठहराया गया?
प्लीज।
अच्छा, ये जो मेंटली अनस्टेबल को
सुनिए, आप लोग भी जर्नलिस्ट हैं। मैं एक होटल में रुका हुआ हूँ, ठीक है। आप लोग जिस तरह से कर रहे हैं ये, एक तो रोड पे जो कर रहे हैं, उसके बाद जो है होटल में कीजिएगा। जो भी आप कर रहे हैं उससे मेरा रहना भी मुश्किल हो जाएगा रात में।
आप जवाब दीजिए ना इन प्रश्न के। मैं आपको हाउंड नहीं कर रहा हूँ, आपका नाम है वायर की
कंप्लेंट। हम चाहते हैं कि दिवेश, आप एक्स कंसल्टेंट है वायर के, हम चाहते हैं कि जो सच्चाई है वो सामने आए। अच्छा,
सिद्धार्थ का नाम था, वो किस तरह से इन्फ्लुएंस करते थे, अगर आप ये बता दो। मेटा स्टोरी
एडिटोरियल लाइन क्या दी जाती थी देवेश?
हाँ, ये अगर आप बता दो किस तरह से उनका इन्वॉल्वमेंट होता था?
मैं कोई इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं दूँ।
नहीं, आपकी जो क्वेश्चनिंग हुई है, आज क्राइम ब्रांच ने आपको बुलाया है।
9 से 10 घंटे देवेश क्वेश्चनिंग हुई है। वो लाइन ऑफ क्वेश्चनिंग ये भी रही होंगी कि सिद्धार्थ किस तरह से अप्रूव करते थे आपकी मेटा स्टोरीज।
सिद्धार्थ का रोल क्या था?
सिद्धार्थ का रोल क्या था?
दिनेश, अगर आप 2-3 प्रश्न है।
नहीं, मैं नहीं जाऊँ, मैं नहीं जाऊँ।
Devesh Kumar, questioned by the Delhi Police crime branch, now says to Republic that he's provided all the information. Will Wire finally respond, or will they still play the victimhood card? Ladies and gentlemen, this afternoon we showed the jihadi terror notes that were recovered from Coimbatore blast accused Mubin's house. Now we bring to you 3 tapes that exposes the terror plot. tapes that show that co-accused helped Mubin vacate the house and probably even helped him assemble the explosive. Here's the conversation between the two accused, Riaz and Firoz, while they were vacating Mubin's house, and conversations between Riaz and his mother. These conversations are from the night before the attack.
Hello?
எங்க
ஜாமான் கொடுத்துட்டு இருக்கோம் தானே.
எங்க போய்
முபீன் வீட்டுலமா? முபீன் வீட்டுல.
முபீன் வீட்டுல?
ஆமா, ஜிஎம் பேக்ஸ் வந்திருந்தானா? அவன் ஜாமான் கொஞ்சம் கடத்துட்டு போயிட்டு இருந்தான். ஆள் இல்லைங்க. நானும் ஃபிரோஸ் நவாஸ்மா.
சீக்கிரமா
வந்துடுறேன். முடிய போகுது. ஹலோ, வா. ஏன் சீக்கிரம் வா. இல்லடா, இல்லை எனக்கு லேட் ஆகும். கொஞ்சம் லேட் ஆகும். எத்தனை மணி ஆகும்? ஒரு 1/4 மணி நேரம் மேலே ஆகும். சீக்கிரம் வா. ஏன் வா. என்ன விஷயம் சொல்றான்? அவனுக்கு வீடு காலி பண்ண கூப்பிட்டுருக்கான். அதுக்கு தான். அதுதான் போயிட்டு வா. நீ அதுல இப்ப போலாம். வா. இல்லடான்னு இல்லையா? ஆமா, வீட்டுல ஆள் இருக்காங்கடா. நான் ஒன்றும் இல்லை. நானு சார் வந்துட்டு போ. ஒரு நிமிஷம் வா. வந்துட்டு போவா? நான் இப்ப வரலடா. வரணும். அப்படியா? ஆமா. ஹலோ,
பேசுங்க.
வீடு காலி பண்ண போறேன். வீடு காலி பண்ண போறேன்னு.
பேசுங்க.
வீடு காலி பண்ண போறேன்னு.
வண்டி எங்க?
மச்சாண்ட கொடுத்துட்டேன்.
ஆட்டோ பிடிச்சி சொல்றதுக்கு எங்க போன் அடிச்சேன்.
அப்படியா? மச்சாட்ட கொடுத்துட்டேன் வண்டிய. ஆட்டோவும் மேலே இல்ல.
ஒண்ணுமே இல்லையா?
மேலே இல்ல.
நீ எங்க போயிட்டு போயிட்டியா?
ஆமா.
எங்க? ஹலோ
ஹலோ,
எங்க நானே
தெரியுமா? மச்சாட்ட வண்டி கொடுத்துட்டேன் நானு. ஃபிரோஸ்ல வெளியே வந்துட்டேன்.
நீ எங்க போனேன்னு கேக்குற?
Joining us on the burning question tonight are SG Surya, Secretary of the BJP Tamil Nadu, Kovai Satyan, he's the spokesperson of the AIADMK, C. Rajashekharan, who's a lawyer, joining us from Chennai, and Karai Selvaraj, who's the leader of the MDMK. Opening up with the burning question tonight is SG Surya and C. Rajashekharan. Mr. Rajashekharan, these tapes make it abundantly clear that this was no cylinder blast. There was a conspiracy in place. The ISIS module was activated. So why exactly was the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister and his entire machinery trying to brush this under the carpet?
See, first let us understand this case on merits. Don't try to create a narrative which is not the truth. Of course, I am not defending anybody. Let us go by the merits of
Mr.
the whole.
Mr. Rajashekharan, let's not.
I'll tell you.
The merit. What is the merit? The merit is this. The merit is this. SG Surya can also come in. We are talking about the jihadi terror tapes. Now, please tell me what you see right now. What you right now see on your screens. If you have a television just next to you, why don't you take a look at the handwritten notes of this man called Mubin, an ISIS sympathizer?
Say, whatever you want to say, you are free to say. But please allow me to speak. I have to rebut your question, right? Please allow me for 1 minute. See, there was an incident of a cylinder blast in a car. Nobody is God. Neither something astrology can be used to find something is going to happen. The police were clueless, and the smartness of the Tamil Nadu.
That's why there is an intelligence department. Every state has an intelligence department, Mr. Rajashekharan. SG Surya can also come in.
Come on, yeah, don't
now, the problem is that you want to rebut, but rebut without facts.
Ask me a question. If you don't allow me to speak, what is the use of a debate? Let's be fair. See, there was a petrol vehicle of the Tamil Nadu police. This incident happened in the wee hours in Coimbatore. Yes, there was a blast initially from there was 2 cylinders, and it can be said to be a cylinder blast. After the investigation, they would say, what is that? So, very brilliantly investigated Tamil Nadu police came out with an arrest of 5 people within 20 hours, 20 to 25 hours. And they filed an FIR, UAPA was invoked, and it was third day it was handed over to the NIA, and which none of the BJP
Mr. Rajshekharan, now if you're done
in the past, please.
No, one second.
Please,
if you're done, Mr. Rajshekharan, with some of your misinformation, the reason why you want to continue, but continue if you have the facts in place. Now, Mr. Rajshekharan, you've had to say.
Who is leaking this?
No, one second, Mr. Rajshekharan. There's no point shouting. There's no point shouting. I'm putting out the facts for you. You're not prepared. SG Surya will respond, but let me just tell you, Mr. Rajshekharan, I'm not questioning, I'm not saying anything about the Tamil Nadu police. They could be under some sort of a pressure from the Chief Minister's office. I do not know. But the fact of the matter is this, that UAPA sections were invoked much later. For the longest time, SG Surya, please tell Mr. Rajshekharan, how long did it take for the Tamil Nadu government to come on record to say that yes, there is a terror angle? For the longest time, they said that this is a cylinder blast.
No, can I please answer? Please, Mr. Rajshekharan, let me answer.
Mr. Surya, respond to what Mr. Rajshekharan has to say. Mr. Rajshekharan now is denying that there is an existence of an ISIS module also.
I don't understand who should be appreciated and why should someone be appreciated for the massive intelligence failure. It is not the BJP that is accusing of intelligence failure, but the local Jamaat that consists of all the Islamic organizations. They are accusing the state government of posting less experienced intelligence officers in sensitive areas after this government has come to power. It is not us who are accusing, but it is the local Jamaat and the Islamic organizations are accusing of placing less experienced intelligence officers in sensitive areas. Is the government not ashamed of doing politics over such sensitive matters and matters that are relating to security? Like you asked, the UAPA section was invoked after 4 days of the entire incident. The Honorable Governor of Tamil Nadu, who himself was an intelligence officer who has served high offices, he is telling that there could be some botching up of evidences in the due process before the case was handed over to the NIA. It is not some small person accusing this. It is the governor of the state who has also held senior positions in the intelligence unit of this country. So there are so many things that they should answer. Even today, the DMK spokesperson comes on a TV channel and says the terrorists could have got those things from Amazon for doing farming activities. Why is the DMK spokesperson defending the terrorist, giving him a tag of farmer? We don't understand. Till date, the chief minister, the state government has come out in open and said it is a terrorist attack.
Surya,
as the chief minister said it as a terrorist attack, please tell me.
That for the longest time did not happen. Hence, I want Mr. Selvaraj. Mr. Selvaraj of the MD. Mr. Selvaraj, why is it that we would have this nudge approach, wink approach when it comes to dealing with security? What has essentially happened is that Tamil Nadu is now becoming a breeding ground. The fact of the matter is that these ISIS module, they were active. If you do not nip it in the bud, this is only going to get even more worrisome.
Yeah. What was the official statement declared by our Chief Minister, Mr. M.K. Stalin? You tell me. What was the official statement? On the 4th day, when they're handing over to the NIA, what was an official statement? You please tell me. He himself declared on 4th day. When you calculate the number of days, the date of incident and the handing over, leave out those 2 days, only 2 days. Within 2 days, the case was handed over. The complete investigation was handed over to NIA. The official statement from our Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu said, the reason for filing a case as UFA and handing out the NIA, two reasons he has stated. Number one, they are ISIS hands over with the 3 people. Say out of 6, the 3 people they have international terrorist, terrorist connections. Now they have connections with another state, Kerala. They have a continuous, constant touch with the guy who is in the jail in Kerala. Number 2, he said, there may be a connection in the other countries also. when the other two states are more countries
Mr.
are
Satya,
involved in this case, we find
now
out.
here
and
is the
we are
problem.
submitting
Okay,
to NIA.
Mr.
What
Selvaraj.
is the problem you are finding out?
Mr. Selvaraj, you're talking about a statement. I was silent. I was silent all this while. I was silent only because, this is exactly where the problem lies. In order to basically make your king looks grand by simply saying that, look here, after 4 days, the chief minister was gracious enough to let this entire investigation to be carried out by the National Investigation Agency. Now, let me just bring in Mr. Satyan also.
Now, 1 minute.
When the central government
Now, let me just tell you one more thing, gentlemen. Let me just tell you one more thing. Now, just in the month of September, series of incidents have taken place in the city of Coimbatore. A pattern that has basically emerged. The BJP office in Coimbatore was also attacked. Despite looking at that pattern, Mr. Satyan, do you essentially believe that the government perhaps, we do not know, perhaps wanted to brush this under the carpet?
The prefix in my name, Kovai, is a short form of that city, Coimbatore. And I am a victim of that 1998 serial bomb blast in Coimbatore, wherein DMK was at the ruling of the state. So whenever DMK is in power, the law and order is compromised to a greater extent. And this time, this incident is throwing light that the national security is compromised. Having said that, let us look at the series of events. Even after 4 days, the statement sent out by the chief minister stating that I am handing over this case to NIA because it has got a larger demographic scope, but he never termed anything as terrorist attack in his entire statements.
Right.
He carefully brushed aside. He was very calculative and carefully brushed aside and say that I will not tolerate anything that is happening to the law and order. Anybody trying to disturb the law and
Gentlemen,
order in
I'm
the
running
state,
short of time. I'm sorry we had to start the debate a little late. Okay. Mr. Satyan, I'm really sorry to interrupt you. Gentlemen, I'm really sorry to have interrupted you. We had started the debate a little late as we had some breaking news coming up. But thank you very much, Mr. Surya, Mr. Satyan, Rajashekharan and Mr. Selvaraj for joining us on The Burning Question.
QSMTHE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
The Karnataka High Court has sent a notice to the BBMP